What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back down at our shop. We have a few different things going on. Yesterday I said that Matt was going to reseal these pistons here. Unfortunately, we cannot get these nuts off. We had 2 pipe wrenches on there with pipes and 4 guys trying to push, and we can't get them to break free. So I'm going to load these in the bed of my truck. I got the 2 seal kits right here. I'm going to run these down to American Hose and Hydraulic, the same place I dropped the other cylinder off at. Rodrigo's pulling this truck out right now. Matt changed a NOx sensor on this, and we actually got the software now in order to take trucks out of limp mode ourselves. So luckily, this truck was in limp mode. It does not need to go back to the dealer. Matt has it 100% now, which is super nice. The trip on a lowboy from our shop to the dealer is about 500 bucks each way. So it is saving us a ton of money in the long run having this software now. But he's gonna pull this out. I'm gonna hop in the forklift real quick, get these loaded in my truck, and then we got to pull the yellow TerraStar inside. That has a check engine light, so Matt is going to look at that as well right now. TerraStar real quick. Those are all the old fire doors from the complex here. Every building got new fire doors. There's a fire room that's basically like the sprinkler room, the control room. Each building has its own, and my father's on the board, so we kind of just helped him out with stuff like that. But we got to bring them to. I don't know if we're gonna fit. We might be too wide. No, it's gonna be good. to the local scrapyard, but all the jams are filled up with concrete. So we got to knock, you can see all the concrete in there. We got to knock all the concrete out of them before we bring them to the scrapyard. They won't accept metal that has concrete in it. So while I run down to Jersey, Rodrigo's going to knock all that concrete out, get them reloaded back in there, and then when I get back, we'll hop in that truck and run on down there and get rid of them. We'll see how much money we get. We're not going to get much, but a little bit of money is better than no money. We're only keeping this machine here just in case we have an issue with one of these chains snapping or something, but really just a secondary, actually I guess it's a third precaution, because we have another chain. We have another chain on there that's the secondary precaution. So I have the forks just kind of floating right below the machine there, just in case it decides to come down a little bit. But we have one chain that's tight in the hook right there, and then we have another chain that's just loose, just in case something happens with the first one. But obviously the barrels are still on the machine here. They slid the cylinders right out of them, so hopefully it'll be a bit cheaper for them to reseal them down at American than bringing them the whole thing. It would have been a pain to get those out of there, because they're like tucked in these like crevices here in the wheel wells. So also that piece is going to be super heavy as well, so luckily we did not have to take that out. Anyway, they're going to get these all cleaned up and loaded back in here, probably strapped in too, because obviously they're way too high. But get those cleaned up, I'll go drop off the cylinders, and then we'll get back here and take this truck to the scrapyard. Yeah, it's definitely not done, because I see the seal kit sitting behind you. All right guys, so we're back at our shop, but slight change of plans. We are not running these doors to the scrapyard today. We are just gonna park this truck outside. As you can see, there's a check engine light on here, and it's had a check engine light. Oh, it might go out. I wonder if he cleared it. Let's see what happens here. Oh, he did clear it, but it's gonna come back on. This needs a DPF pressure sensor. So Matt ran the code here. Let me move this camera somewhere. ETO, plow. This truck has pretty nice controls. It's a Sierra setup right here, and you have your salt spreader stuff in the armrest here. But plow here, dump body here. I might have shown this on a video in the past before. But anyway, Matt ran the code. Obviously, he cleared the code as well. But he ordered the sensor, so one day we'll get around to swapping that sensor. We have absolutely no snow on the radar. Today is, let's see what day today is. Today is March 5th. Someone's calling me, I'll call them back. Today is March 5th, and the winter might be over. We're not positive, but it is raining today, and temperatures have been up in the 40s for like the past like week or two. And we've had like 1 or 2 nights where it's been cold, so we're not too concerned about getting these doors out of the bed of here. And Matt also said that with the code that it was given, it could possibly put this truck in limp mode. Now that we have the software, which is super nice having that software, but now that we have that software, we could at least take it out of limp mode. Why is that not working? Oh, I turned the PTO off. Now that we have the software, we could at least take the truck out of limp mode ourselves if it was to go into limp mode, but obviously we don't want to get into a situation like that. So we're just gonna park the truck here, leave the doors in it. If a storm does come, we'll take the doors out, leave them on our forks or something like that, and then load them in either this truck or a different truck. I think the part is gonna be here tomorrow, so maybe Rodrigo will do the sensor, or maybe Matt will do it one day soon, but we're not too concerned about getting these doors out. Plus, it's pouring rain, and I don't feel like doing this in the rain anyway. All right, guys, I just parked this TerraStar inside. This is Rodrigo's TerraStar, and I haven't made a video about this since we put it inside to get wrapped, so I'll give you a little sneak peek. The reason we put it back inside is because there's still one piece on both sides of the cab, this whole corner here, that needs to get wrapped. There was an issue with the wrap when it printed, and he didn't realize until he went to lay it on there, and he noticed that it was messed up, so he's reprinting both of the cab corners. Also, on the yellow TerraStar and my TerraStar, these two pieces here are gray and they didn't get wrapped. Well, the yellow one's not wrapped at all, but on mine, they didn't get wrapped. The wrap is cut around it just like this, and these are just left gray. So we're not exactly sure what we're gonna do, if we're gonna pull these off and paint them, or if he has a gray wrap that's very similar to the paint on, actually it might not even be paint, it might just be gray plastic, which these might be gray underneath the green, I'm not sure. Anyway, we're either gonna have him wrap it, or we're gonna pull them off and bring them to my buddy Edgar and have him paint them in the gray that is the same one on my truck. But that is gonna wrap it up for this one. If you guys have any questions or comments, definitely leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Peace.